Most people today document everything: their food, their relationships, their location, their emotions. Every moment becomes content. And somewhere along the way, being constantly visible became normal. But then there's another type of person. The person who rarely posts themselves online. No constant selfies. No daily updates. No need to prove they're having a good time. And strangely, people often misunderstand them. Some assume they're insecure. Others think they're antisocial, secretive, or emotionally detached. But psychology suggests something much deeper may be happening. Because people who avoid posting themselves online often think very differently from the average person. And in many cases, their silence says more than constant attention ever could. One of the biggest reasons some people avoid posting themselves online is psychological privacy. Not everyone feels comfortable turning their personal life into public consumption. Some people naturally separate their real identity from their online identity. To them, constant exposure feels emotionally exhausting. They don't feel the need to broadcast every emotion, achievement, or experience just to feel validated. And psychologically, this often reflects internal security. Because people who constantly seek external attention usually become emotionally dependent on reactions from others. Likes, comments, views, approval. Over time, their self-worth slowly becomes connected to digital validation. But emotionally grounded individuals often value peace more than visibility. Another reason some people avoid posting themselves is emotional self-protection. Social media exposes people to constant comparison. Who looks better? Who earns more? Who travels more? Who appears happier? And many psychologically aware individuals eventually realize something disturbing. Most online identities are carefully edited illusions. People post highlights, not reality. So instead of competing for attention, they quietly disconnect from the pressure entirely. Because protecting mental peace sometimes means becoming less visible online. Another interesting psychological trait is that private people often enjoy experiences more deeply. Think about it. Some people can't enjoy a moment until others see it. They attend events mainly to post about them. They travel mainly for pictures. Even conversations become opportunities for content. But psychologically present individuals often experience life differently. They focus more on living the moment than documenting it. And because of that, their experiences tend to feel more emotionally real. Another reason some people avoid posting photos is control. The internet never truly forgets. Once something becomes public, it no longer fully belongs to you. And psychologically cautious individuals understand this deeply. They know that constant visibility attracts judgment, comparison, envy, and unnecessary attention. So instead of giving everyone unlimited access to their personal life, they become selective, not because they're hiding something, but because privacy itself feels powerful. And in a world where everyone reveals everything, privacy becomes increasingly rare. Another psychological factor is emotional independence. People who don't constantly post themselves online are often less addicted to external reassurance. They don't need constant proof that they matter. They don't rely heavily on digital reactions to feel seen. And while everyone enjoys appreciation sometimes, emotionally independent people usually don't build their identity around online attention. Their confidence exists privately first. And private confidence is often stronger than performative confidence. Now, of course, not everyone who avoids social media is emotionally healthy. Some people avoid posting because of anxiety, low self-esteem, past trauma, or fear of judgment. But that's what makes human psychology so complex. The same behavior can come from completely different emotional reasons. Still, one thing remains true. The loudest people online are not always the happiest in real life. And the quietest people are not always lonely. Sometimes, they simply no longer feel the need to constantly prove their existence to the world. Another strange psychological reality is this. The less accessible someone becomes online, the more mysterious they appear. And human beings are naturally curious about mystery. When someone constantly shares everything, people eventually stop valuing their presence. Nothing feels rare anymore. But when someone shares selectively, their presence feels more intentional, more controlled, and psychologically, scarcity increases perceived value. That's true for attention too. At the end of the day, choosing privacy in a world obsessed with attention is becoming increasingly uncommon. And sometimes, the people who post the least are actually the people most comfortable with themselves. Because real confidence is not always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's invisible, and sometimes it exists completely outside the internet. If this video resonated with you, comment, "Privacy is power." And if you enjoy psychology and human behavior content designed to help you understand people, emotions, and the hidden patterns behind modern life, subscribe to The Mindscape. There's always more beneath the surface.